You need to be farming rerolls on anime Vanguards right now because there are two very OP methods. One that will be dropping tomorrow and one that just dropped that will allow you to get Monarch P from this update alone. But for today's anime Vanguards video does start, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel because I'm less than 4,000 subscribers, away from 100,000. So please go subscribe and like and comment for the algorithm so more people can see this video. But I will mention elemental confluence. I didn't give a full-on guide, so if you're curious, what units you should use for elemental confluence, just go check out the anime Vanguards wiki. It's the easiest thing. Go on there, they have an element section and just use that. But I do explain how to beat it and the whole score thing and a bunch of other methods in this video. And if you want to do anime Vanguards trading or enter into giveaways, go join my Discord server down below because a bunch of people are trading for anime Vanguards in my Discord. What's up, yapping? Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so right now it's going to be the best time I don't know about in a while or whatever, but right now it's going to be one of the best times to farm rerolls because they just reset elemental confluence. And not only that, let me see, has the event started or is it going to start? Let me have a look. Something shiny starts in literally tomorrow and it will last for 2 days. So right now is the best time to farm rerolls because they just reset elemental confluence. My team's a bit dodgy, ignore it. And I need rerolls myself. I just rinsed all my rerolls. If you watch my latest videos that be getting absolutely no views, you'll know I've rinsed a lot of my rerolls. But the point being is it's very good. So the main one and the latest thing is they reset elemental confluence. Now if you're completely new and you have no clue what elemental confluence is, pretty much it's a bunch of charts for every single element in the game and you can do each one. You can only use that element. So let's say you pick blast, you can only use blast units. You beat the stage and depending on what difficulties you pick, you get what's it called, a reroll. So I'll show you how to beat it, or at least how I do it. So let's say you've got a bunch of monarchs and you want to abuse the monarchs, then instead of using disable traits, you can use mind control, wormhole, or solidified. I'm pretty sure those are the ones I did when I wanted to use my monarchs because they didn't have good units from the element and I just had like one really good monarch. I would just use these and then I would place my monarch after the mind control happened or just resell so it wouldn't upgrade too much. But what you can also do, which is technically better if you have the right units, take off mind control and then use the disabled traits. So, and then if you get a score of 1,200, you can get 26 rerolls, I'm pretty sure, which is the max amount, I think. And you can get 26 rerolls per trial. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trials. I'm pretty sure that was 10 if I counted wrong. So that's a free 260 rerolls from just resetting elemental confluence. And it's just one stage each. So it really doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long. So let me just do one just to give an example. I guess I'll show you guys which element do I want to do. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But what's like the easiest one to show? I don't know. I'll show you like a disabled traits one. What units do I have I have good element from? Actually, I'll do the traits one just because I don't think many people do the traits strategy. So what's like an element? I want to do an element where I make sure I win, to be honest, because why would I not want to do that? Okay, Broly, I mean, I'll eventually do all of them, but we can only use unbound, so I'll pick unbound units, Alucard, and then yeah, the rest don't really matter. I'm going to use these two mostly. Equip, and then if we just reset the filter, we put on 2 farms. Farms are immune to the whole element thing, so don't worry. And then yeah, I'll quickly show you just one elemental confluence run. So what I will do, because I want to abuse my traits, I won't disable the traits. I'll pick these two, solidified. And then because you're using wormhole in both strats, place at the back. So I'll show you exactly where to place. I don't think they made it harder or changed the map or anything like that. So if you already beat elemental confluence, I think it's the exact same thing because the map looks like it's the same. So I mean, you can use old strats, it's the same thing, but if you've never done it, then this is a way of doing it. You can disable traits as well if you got the right units. But for certain elements, I don't know which element Yuhabaha is, but I need him with Monarch because the rest of the units I have on that one element are just straight cheeks. Yeah, I'll quickly show you how to beat it and then we'll move on to the shiny method and then whatever. Yeah, right now, even I need to farm. I need to start farming cakes for the shiny method, which a lot of you probably have seen on YouTube already, but we'll go over it anyways. Yeah, I don't see no one in the comments saying you need monarchs to do elemental confluence. You can realistically, the only time you need to use the monarchs one, which I'm doing right now, is when you don't have the best elements from best units from the element. So yeah, like let's say for Spark you don't have Godzilla or whatever, Evo level 50 with good stats, then you would want to maybe use whatever unit you have, like Spark, Monarch, but if you do, for example, then you don't need to use the traits, you know what I mean. But whatever gives you 1.2k score, you could do something completely different, but I'm just telling you the ones that I used and worked for me. And just a little bit of advice, if you do use mind control, and you don't want your strongest unit to get mind control, just upgrade one of the other units. Or you could just not upgrade it too much and then just sell and replace it. Like either of those work. Okay, so my Broly, I wasn't paying attention. Sell, I'll place him down again. And then I'll just do a bunch of upgrades. And then, yeah, we're good. I'll even pop the Wrathful Clash, I forgot. Okay, so I beat the stage. You go to Elemental Confluence and you get 26k, not 26k, 26 coins. And then boom, 26 rerolls if you spend the coins on rerolls. You spend on other stuff, obviously. But yeah, you can get more score, but the more score is just for this stuff rather than like you don't get more coins. I'm pretty sure you don't get more than 26 coins. So yeah, that's 260 rerolls on its own just from an Elemental Confluence reset. And I think it's going to reset every 0.0 update. I don't know about every 0.5, but yeah. It's free rerolls right there. But yeah, the second method that I was referring to was the shiny method. Now you can already use this, you can already abuse this without 2x shiny, and a lot of people already, I'm assuming, know where it is. I wonder, is there a 2 cakes event or no? Like, I've not been farming cakes. I don't think there is, at least not yet, but maybe at some point. But yeah, something shiny is going to drop in 24 hours time until event starts, and then it'll last for 2 days, and it's going to be very, and I mean very, very OP. So what I highly recommend you do from now, even I need to do it, but I haven't got the familiar my Sukuna to beat the stage like very, very efficiently, is do whatever act and get a bunch of cakes, save them up, and then summon on the anniversary banner and try to get as many shinies as you can. Because apparently, according to Veil, I was watching a guy named Veil's video. I wasn't thinking about making this video until I seen the Elemental Confluence reset. Because when I talk about more the other real methods that are already in the update, this update alone should have got you Monarch Pity. But I'll speak about that later. You can get 6 to 10 shinies a day without 2x shiny, according to his calculations. So with 2x shiny, you should be getting like 12 to what? Like 12 to 20 shinies a day. And one shiny exclusive, if you go to normalize, let me just double check. Like a shiny exclusive, it'll give you 5 rerolls. So if you get like, that's at least like 50 rerolls a day minimum. From one, no, well yeah, like a day. Like 1 mil cakes, like damn. What, wait, let me double check. I think you get, yeah, so he was getting 6 to 10 shinies per 1 mil cakes without 2x shiny. So with 2x shiny, that's 12 to 20. And even if you round it down, you say, okay, you only get 10. That's 50 rerolls from 1 mil cakes. So let's say you get 10 mil cakes, which, you know, a lot of people have already done that. Boom, that's 500 rerolls with the 2x shiny. So yeah, I would say 10 shinies from 1 mil cakes is definitely possible. I don't want to round it too high and say you get 20 or 12 when you might not. But I mean, look, he done proper calculations. I'll leave a link to his video. It's all about the whole shiny method in the description. But the point being is, I need to farm this, you need to farm this. You transfer your shinies, you get 5 rerolls, and you can farm a bunch of shiny exclusives. Especially because, unlike other events, I'm not saying other events it was difficult, but with cake slices, it's even easier, in my opinion, than some event, Kaguya Flowers event, to farm the currency. So that's just what makes it so much easier to get the 1 million cakes compared to other events. And with 2x shiny, just farm a bunch of shinies simply from the banner. You transfer them, and that will give you a bunch of rerolls. So, and that just depends how much you grind. So it's actually like, technically, it's a grindable reroll farm. And you can do it outside of 2x shiny. You don't need 2x shiny for it to be good, because apparently you can get 6 to 10 shinies from 1 mil cakes. So if that's even that's still quite good. That's all. Like you could, you know, potentially get 50 rerolls just from 1 mil cakes without 2x shinies. It's great. It's great. So you should be farming that. I low-key never thought of it until like a couple of days ago when I seen it on YouTube. So I thought I'd put you guys on along with some other reroll methods. So we already got 260 rerolls from that. Let's say you lock it in on the shiny event. I would say you can definitely make 500 rerolls from the shiny event. Even if I rounded it like lower, even though I really think you can get a lot. Let's say you got 350 or something. We'll say 340 just to make the number round, right? 600 rerolls, even though you can get a lot more from the shiny event. From both Elemental Confluence and shiny event, that's only 600 rolls, without including any of the other methods from this update. So I can go over other reroll methods, even though I've done it in a different video, just for the sake of it. So we might as well go over it now. Okay, so let's go over it. So they obviously added the cakes from over here. So if you haven't done that already, you are selling, not the cakes, I mean the rerolls that you can buy using cakes. If you've not got this 400 rerolls, that's free. That's already 1k rerolls. because I was talking about 600 earlier, plus that 400, and then they reset all of the dungeon and raid shops. So if you go to raids, let's go over here. I mean, if you could, I wouldn't come and bother doing these. So if you don't, I don't blame you. This is 50, this is 50, so that's 125. So 1.125k. You go over here, that's you know, extra rerolls. What numbers on 1.2, 1.3, so we're almost at 1.5k rerolls. Technically, if you do boss event, that's some extra rerolls, you know. Boss events always here. It's not really based on the update, but if we just add the rerolls, why not? That's another, it's like 1.36k. They also reset this shop, I'm pretty sure, so that is 1.38k. Battle Pass, even if you don't buy it, I'm pretty sure that should bring you up to 1.4k. So 1,400 rerolls. That's like 100 away from Monarch P, and you probably get the Monarch before that, hopefully. But if you don't, I mean, obviously there's still other reroll methods, but I'm trying to assume that you done everything else. I mean, just farm more shinies, I guess. But there's still a lot of real methods in the game, I guess. But like some of these you might have already done them, like, I don't know, Rift Shop maybe. But if you haven't, I guess you could do that. Summer, most of you probably done that. I mean, you get your weekly challenge, even that, if you haven't done it. Or you can do it afterwards. You'll be like really close to Monarch PE. So you kind of get the point. I don't want to drag on too much because I already have. Like, I'm not going to make this for like 20 minutes. But you get the point. Right now, go, like in summary, do your elemental confluence because they just reset it like 20 minutes ago from when I'm recording this. And then farm your cakes. So go to dungeons. And you know, if you can macro, do, you know, macro. This game's a macro game, I'm not gonna lie. So you can macro. It's been macro since day one, you know, since, you know, OG Igris. So yeah, go macro at Act 9. If you're 2 cheeks for Act 9 or whatever, go macro Act 7. Get your cakes up and get ready for the shiny event. And then you can still farm it outside of shiny event. Just farm as many shiny as you can. Because even with 2x shiny, even if you're fully free to play, you'll still get a good amount of shinies. Because you don't need shiny hunter to get shinies with 2x event. But yeah, I would just save your cakes, wait for the 2x event, then spend everything. Don't spend it now. You know what I mean? Save up. So save up your cakes for tomorrow. Do your elemental confluence. Yeah, you should have technically gotten enough rerolls from this update for Monarch P. But yeah, subscribe, like and comment. I'm just 1,000. It was a filler video, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm less than 4,000 away, so please just subscribe and like just to help me out. And comment if you got any other advice that I didn't mention in the video. But I got another video planned for tomorrow, so don't worry. But I'll see you guys in the next one.